Excellent. So the seventh idea I would like to share now is to commit yourself to that meaning, but specifically to the meaning of your present moment, because the meaning doesn't represent an unchangeable truth or reality. It's important to realize that we change, we evolve, and consequently our motivations evolve as well. So hence the importance of staying connected to oneself and listening to oneself. So this means, as I said, that the why is not an unchangeable reality, and that it potentially needs to be updated. And here I would like to address a message to young people, to students, because even though you might start to make important decisions about, I don't know, the university or the academic path you have to choose, don't think that even though those decisions are important, don't think or don't believe that afterwards it's going to be very easy and that you won't have to question anything in your path. Because in an empirical way, what we can all observe is that for a minority of people, it is true, they target a certain path in which they are at ease, that they like, and in which they're going to stay for the long term. But the reality for the major part of people is to change, to fail, to make mistakes, and that this is not a problem, and that it is not necessary to experience this with drama or feeling like a victim, but simply learning to dance with this reality, treating it like a game, even though it is true we're not taught to treat this reality like a game, in order to make sure that you keep going in the direction of finding your why, which is the only important thing. Because this message that I'm trying to convey about at the end trusting yourself and letting yourself experience things in your academic or professional life has a lot to do with a mindset that I used to have myself and that I think is very common, which is believing that you have to find or you have to make the right decision, as though there was an ultimate right decision in an absolute way. Because I personally believe, with the experience that I have today, that there is not such a thing as absolute good or bad in our experiences and in our choices either. If you think of your past and the past experiences you've had, I am sure that even the bad ones have led you to learn yourself better and to identify better what you want now or in the future. But also, very likely, they have allowed you to be where you are today. So this puts things in perspective, and it's, I think, a lot of pressure thinking or having the mindset that you have to find the right choice, and just realizing that there is not such a thing in an absolute way is going to reduce the pressure. Because at the end, the importance, and as I said before, is not finding happiness or avoiding pain or avoiding mistakes, because this is almost unavoidable. The importance is to create meaning and to make meaning out of all those different experiences and maybe painful experiences you have had, just at the end creating a new orientation or a project that is going to federate all those experiences you've had in the past, that is going to resonate in a more aligned way with yourself, and that is going to honor somehow beautifully all your past. So try to be somehow the artist of your professional life, and this idea of artist goes well with also the idea of staying skilled, because it is important to navigate in this reality in which you have to make changes, you have to create, and you have to compose, and you have to ensure that you are respecting and you are directing yourself towards the why you have defined. Because every time you're starting a new project, you're taking a new opportunity, whether it is academic or professional, it is important to anticipate the consequences of that option, of that opportunity, and staying aware of them, so that again you can compare the coherence between those consequences and the why or the direction where you want to go. Here I would like to add something, because when I express that it's good to experience and to stay flexible, I don't want to seem too excessive, or I don't want to seem that I am suggesting to change your job constantly, unless a dramatic change is necessary, because sometimes it is the case. What I mean is that you simply try to make little changes, especially when that need or of feeling more aligned is present. And now I'm especially thinking of people who are really unhappy and not motivated in their work, because since there's so much drain of their vital energy, they become unaware of the possibility of making those changes, which I perfectly understand, because they're more prone to be influenced by their fears, and also less willing to take actions because of that circumstance that I'm describing of feeling yes, drained in their vital energy. I don't find another way of expressing this. So it is important to remember that we can always take little actions. It's all about staying resourceful and imaginative, because I'm not going to mention all the little actions. They could be, for instance, programming a new training program that you could enroll, or at least planning it for the coming months, trying to talk to your boss and to propose a little project, even though it would represent, at least initially, only a minor part of your daily tasks or your daily work, but again, a project that will be meaningful to you. There are many ways. Again, I'm not going to mention all of them. Just be aware that there are little things you can do, because the more you find yourself in that dynamic of taking the responsibility today and taking little actions, the more you're going to accomplish that transformation, and you're also going to feel better with yourself. Let's remember that all the career changes are complicated and slow, but it is important not to put too much pressure on yourself, and simply start to do something today in which you're going to affirm that commitment towards yourself. Because at the end, the commitment to your why signifies, at the end, the commitment to yourself. Actually, there is a danger in letting our energy be scattered and letting ourselves be seduced in advance by those options, because of course it is fundamental to maximize and to diversify the attempts and the efforts, but from my perspective, only, or at least starting by this, as I told you before, aim high, starting first by the objectives that do fit perfectly with the criteria and the framework we've been talking about before, and that you would have defined, because letting yourself be seduced in advance, for instance, by an option in which your salary would be higher and so on, is potentially bad for you, because this is not the path that is going to make you reach the best choice for you for the long term. And you always have time to introduce new options and to see, but it's an act of courage and of faith to allow yourself to be selective, and within this, of course, as I said before, working really hard and investing a lot of energy, but only working and considering those options that resonate with you. And I consider that this creates a lot of resistance and suspicion, because at the end we are too used to not respecting ourselves and not allowing our inner voice and our inner authority that knows what is meaningful for us. We don't dare to follow it and to respect it. So again, if you do take the initiative and you are courageous and you try to follow it, not only you're going to feel better with yourself, because you're going to feel more aligned with yourself, but also you're going to reach your goals faster and you will go farther. So now I have already presented to you the 2 ideas I wanted to share today. And in my next video, I'm going to tell you the last idea, the last tool, which is also going to be the most personal one and meaningful for me. In any case, thank you very much for watching this video today. If you did like my video, it would really encourage me a lot that you like it, and also that you subscribe to my channel. And also, if you happen to know of people who are lost right now and who need orientation, don't hesitate to share these videos with them. So thank you very much, and see you in my next video.